It is a heartbreaking story that Fox 13 News first broke back in December. The 5-year-old girl missing from Grays Harbor County is now getting a national spotlight.
Say lasagna.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children getting involved and making this video of Oakley Carlson. The sheriff's office saying they hope this exposure will lead to more tips and leads. Detectives so far have been disappointed with the lack of information that's been coming in. Carlson was first reported missing back in December, but detectives have since learned that the only credible sighting of her was exactly a year ago today. Her biological parents are behind bars, both suspects in her disappearance. Although they are being held right now in jail on unrelated charges, the sheriff's office is asking anyone to please come forward with information if you know something.
What's going on, everybody? I'm back with a little update about Oakley Carlson, the 5-year-old who went missing back in December. Now, Oakley was being well taken care of by foster parents, and those foster parents loved her just like she was their own. Why did they give her back to the biological parents? I have no idea, but CPS really failed them. Now, as you can see, both of her parents have been arrested and they've been booked on abandonment charges and child endangerment. Now, if you've seen that previous picture, you can tell something's wrong, which brings me to my update. So recently, they added more charges to her parents. Let's take a look at this next clip.
Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Jamie Tompkins.
And I'm David Rose. Fox 13 first broke this story back in December when the world learned that little girl had vanished. Her parents, Andrew Carlson and Jordan Bowers, are behind bars tonight, accused of withholding medication from one of Oakley's siblings. But tonight, we're learning there is now new evidence that could lead to more charges against the couple. This evidence regarding the same sister.
Now, this is vital because while it may not regard Oakley's whereabouts, it could keep the parents behind bars as detectives continue their investigation.
But tonight, the story is about a relentless community who says they will go to the ends of the earth for this little girl. Fox 13's Hannah Kim here now, and many are turning to DCYF for answers, demanding answers, and not getting a lot.
Yeah, David, so many can't help but wonder what would have happened to Oakley. Would she have gone missing if the Department of Children, Youth, and Families had done their job? The people of Grays Harbor County say they will never forget Oakley Carlson, and we at Fox 13 will not either.
Where is Oakley? Where is Oakley? Where is Oakley?
That haunting question is keeping an entire town on edge.
Where is Oakley?
They want their unified voices
Where is Oakley?
to pierce through the walls of this Grays Harbor County jail, and from the sounds of it, people inside this jail
Where's your baby at?
can hear them.
I don't want Jordan and Andrew to think that we have, for 1 second, forgotten about Oakley.
Where is Oakley?
Oakley's foster parents, Jamie Joe and Eric Hiles, are directly yelling at Oakley's biological parents who remain behind bars.
Come clean, Jordan! Tell us where she is!
Everyone here believes the couple knows what happened to their daughter, but are not confessing.
The truth always comes out sooner or later. You know, there's only so much pressure that they're going to be able to take.
Make her talk! Make her talk!
The rage is not only directed at Jordan Bowers and Andrew Carlson,
We want answers!
but also the Department of Children, Youth, and Families.
The failure of them to hear our concerns.
December 6, 2021 is when the world found out Oakley had disappeared. But her foster parents have been sounding the alarm for more than 2 years before Oakley went missing.
I just think it's a shame that the system is so broken.
Jamie Joe writing to DCYF in October of 2019 that Oakley saw Jordan hit Andrew during a weekend visit. The very next month, DCYF and the courts still returned Oakley to her biological parents for good.
I called CPS in January of 2021, and what happened with that? Where did that go?
That January 2021 call was made after Jamie Joe saw a picture of Oakley, who looked sick and gaunt. Then, in November 2021, she raised the red flag again after hearing about a fire at Oakley's house.
DCYF is not doing the right thing. They're not doing their jobs.
This is Hannah Kim with Fox 13 News hearing. We have repeatedly tried to get answers and some responses regarding the Oakley Carlson case. Did social workers follow up? Did they check on little Oakley each time Jamie Jo raised those concerns? DCYF says, due to privacy laws, they cannot comment on case-specific details. So as of tonight, Fox 13 is still waiting for those answers through a public disclosure request, which the agency by law has to offer up eventually.
I will go to the ends of the earth for this little girl.
Jordan Wolf did not know Oakley personally, but this Elma mom says she is enraged by it all.
We need to make a change within the system so this never happens again, and that is my mission.
She is behind a petition to create Oakley's Law, calling on lawmakers to require DCYF to do more rigorous monitoring and drug tests whenever a child is reunited with parents with a history of drug use. But at least for this session, there is no bill in the legislature with Oakley's name on it.
I hope they're not disappointed because we talk about Oakley all the time in the Children, Youth, and Families Committee. I know that has really captured the attention and has broken all of our hearts.
It's impossible for your heart not to break when Oakley's older brother is telling investigators now that he was worried about Oakley starving, that he witnessed Jordan Bowers beating Oakley with a belt, putting her in the closet, possibly under a stairwell.
Where's Oakley?
These people are hurting, and they need answers.
Where is Oakley? Where is Oakley? Where is Oakley?
So what's also shocking about this case is that investigators have determined that the last credible sighting of Oakley was all the way back on February 10th of 2021, which means next week would be an entire year since no one has seen Oakley.
All right, so let's go back. Remember, they never reported Oakley missing. When law enforcement confronted them on her whereabouts, they couldn't provide no type of explanation. Now, the fact that she's been missing for so long, law enforcement feel like there's no way she can survive this long without adult supervision. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so let's look at it this way. If their kid was kidnapped, wouldn't they have called law enforcement? Of course they would have. So they wouldn't be held responsible of her being missing, right? But I know what you're thinking. They wouldn't call law enforcement, or they wouldn't want to call law enforcement if they were the cause of her death. That wouldn't be a good idea because she has been in the system. They just got this kid back. And if CPS is doing their job, they know that they're going to come check on Oakley. But who knows? The way CPS is being ran these days, you never know. So you might be wondering what I'm getting at. Okay, so if she hasn't been kidnapped, if they didn't kill her, where is she? Think about it. You remember that they stated that they are known to use drugs. Meth, that is. Those were the extra charges that just got tacked on to the abandonment charges and the child endangerment charges. So, what do you know about meth heads? They'll do anything for money, possibly selling their own kid. So what I'm trying to say is, I feel like Oakley still could be alive. She just in the care of somebody else. So at the end of the day, I hope those people never give up and keep fighting. And I hope they keep asking that same question.
Where is Oakley? Where is Oakley?
Y'all stay tuned. I ain't done yet. As soon as I get more updates, I'll be back. Easy.